Hello guys, just want to talk a little bit about this new steel that I've been playing around with, and well, it's not new I think, but well, it's fairly new to the market. But anyways, I bought a knife, an S30V knife, and I was just amazed by how long the sharpness, the razor blade, the razor sharpness lasted on it, and I cut a lot of things with it. I cut one time. I cleaned 4 pigs with it, and it at the end of the cleaning of all the 4 pigs, these were tough wild pigs. At the end of the process, I tested it, and it was still razor sharp. There was about two or three areas where there was a little rolling. The metal rolled a little bit on it, but overall, the knife was a great knife. I mean, that S30V just amazed me. The thing is that with time, I saw some chipping, and I've read that S30V chips. Sometimes it just depends on the heat treat. And anyways, I'm still amazed by S30V, and it's a great steel. It's an expensive steel. So I just recently started making knives, and I bought some S30V steel to make some knife. I made this one out of S30V. They're not completed yet. I have a kitchen knife in S30V steel that I'm gonna finish up. So I started researching what other steel I can buy, and I read about the best steels, and there's S90V, S110V, CPM3V, CPM M4, and when I saw the toughness that CPM3V had, it's not a stainless steel, but when I saw the toughness that it carried, I said, I want to play with that steel. I want to see what it does. So this knife here was not supposed to be a knife where I was going to put handles on. I was going to make it, sharpen it, and just beat it up. Well, I sharpened it to where it was razor sharp. We just we slaughtered a pig for Thanksgiving, and I did a lot of meat cutting with it. I didn't get any footage because I was too busy playing with the knife and cooking, and I used the knife a lot, and it just did nothing to the steel. The steel was sharp. I hit bone. I actually cut through the back where the ribs join the backbone. I hammered it. Nothing happened. I could not break this knife. I was playing with it all day, cutting wood with it, just hammering and trying to break the knife and chip it. And it did lose its razor edge, but it was never dull, completely dull. It was very sharp. It was not going through paper anymore as easy. I never stropped it. Maybe that could have helped it, but anyways, I did it so much, and until the point where I got tired of just beating it up. What else did I do? So I couldn't really hurt the knife. So what I did was I cut a nail with it, and the nail's not here. It's at my buddy's house. But anyways, I put the nail on there. I smacked it, 2 smacks, and it cut through it. And I was afraid to see what had happened. When I looked, it rolled the edge to the side. When I sent this to get heat treated. The heat treater, by the way, is Jeff at truegrit.com. He left this knife for me at 62 RC. Well, that's 62 Rockwell hardness using the C scale. So 62 hardness, and he said that it can take it. And he said grind it thinner than normal, and it can handle it. So I did. And oh my God, CPM3V steel is my newest favorite steel. I don't know how it will do against corrosion, but it is a beautiful, beautiful steel. If you want to break stuff, you want to put it to the test, you want to. I'm just amazed by CPM3V steel. Again, I'm not a scientist. I don't know a lot about knife making. I'm just giving my 2 cents on what I think of this steel. It's a great steel. CPM S30V. I love S30V right here. This one here is going to Wisconsin. This is going to be a knife that I'm sending to my uncle in Wisconsin. He does a lot of deer hunting, and he cleans a lot of deer. So I'm hoping this one here is going to be a good skinner for him, and I hope it lasts him a good while. The hardness on this one was 60 on S30V. My kitchen knife was done at 59. I didn't want 59, I wanted 58, but he said do 59. I'm telling you, you won't regret it. He also he did cryogenic heat treating on it, cryogenic, and great little steels. So that is my 2 cents on CPM 3V steel. It's a great steel. Well, let me add a little bit more of it. At the end of the night, when the fire was going and everybody's drinking beer and everything, I went and I stuck my knife on a piece of wood where it was firewood. So I stuck it on there, and I left, and I came back. Luckily, I came back on time. It was a very short time. It was like maybe 30-40 seconds. I don't know how it's gonna act because of that, but anyways, it was stuck on the piece of wood. My brother's drunk. He picks up the piece of wood to throw it in the fire. He throws it, and I walk out, and I'm like, "Where's my knife at?" So I remember that I had it on the firewood, and I said, "Oh my gosh, there's no more firewood." So I ran to the fire, and I looked, and there it was. It was cooking. It was cooking in the fire. So I pulled it out. Took me about 30 seconds, and maybe it was in there for another 20-30 seconds. So it was in there for about a minute, a little bit over a minute. I pulled it out, and I banked it up and everything, and see if it lost its heat treat or whatever, but I don't see any difference in it. If you notice, it's not black anymore, and it's not black because I put it on the 220 belt, on my 2x72 belt grinder, and I cleaned it up. So it looks real nice and everything, and but it was heat treated again. So hopefully what I'm thinking is it probably just brought the hardness down a little bit. But anyways, that's what happened to that knife, and it's a great knife. CPM 3V steel is a great steel for people that want to make some knives. I don't like buying 1095 or 01 steel or that type of steel. I always want to buy the best steel that I can get my hands on, and I'm just getting started. Everybody said don't use S30V to learn steel, to learn how to make knives. Use the cheapest, use 1080 and high carbon steels, and I said no, I don't want none of that because it'll rust. Again, this one will rust too. They claim that it'll pit after a while. So I said I'm going to start with S30V steel, and I started with S30V, and then I'm on CPM 3V steel. I'm not a heat treater. Maybe one day I'll learn how to do that. But that is my video. Thank you guys.